What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Ronin gameplay, and today we're going to be doing something new called Perk Peek. We're going to take a look at a couple of perks versus one another to see if we still need both of them in game and which one is broken and which one provides a more balanced state for the game. And today we're going to look at Life Drain versus Bounce Back. So let's head over and check it out. For those of you that do not know, there is a Rogue Company wiki that is being ran by one of the creators that is being as kept up to date as humanly possible. This is currently being ran by Red Fox, of course, with a couple of volunteers. So if you didn't know that, you do now. It's roguecompany.wiki.com. So be sure to go and check that out. So we're going to take a look at Bounce Back versus Life Drain. So Bounce Back at the rare level gives you health regeneration, starts 1 second faster, and increases all healing received by 10%. At epic level, your health regeneration starts 2 seconds faster and increases all healing received by 20%. And at legendary, your health regeneration starts 3 seconds faster and increases all healing received by 30%. For Life Drain, the rare version, downing an enemy heals you for 20 HP. For epic, downing an enemy heals you for 40 HP. And for legendary, downing an enemy heals you for 60 HP. Now, more rogues have access to Life Drain than Bounce Back, which is very interesting because to me, it feels like Bounce Back is more of the balanced perk. And I know that a lot of people will say, well, the people that have access to Legendary Bounce Back feels very broken. Well, the same can be said for people that have access to the Legendary version of Life Drain, because if you're playing against, let's take Lancer for example, and she downs someone and she immediately gets 60 HP. So if you get her down to 20 and she heals for 60, she's right back up to 80. She can immediately re-engage. Whenever you're using Bounce Back, yes, it lets you start healing faster. Like it reduces the time between like the shutout time whenever your health starts to regenerate, but it doesn't allow you to immediately re-challenge whenever you're in a gunfight, or especially with multiple targets. Life Drain was a huge problem in updates past before they actually went in and reworked a ton of the perks, because I think it initially gave you 80 HP whenever you would down someone. So that allowed you to be just a complete madman on the battlefield where you didn't have to stop challenging people as long as you were consistently downing them. And it created this play style where it's like, well, I can overextend and I can over challenge, and it's okay because if I can just down one person, then that allows me enough time so that I can actually get that HP boost off of it and continue my gunfight. And then whenever you couple it with things like replenish, and then also rogues that have abilities that allow you to reload in different type of circumstances, whether it be rolling or whatever, then that also creates a very bad feeling environment whenever you're playing, because it allows you to overextend and overpush whenever realistically you shouldn't be able to. Now, do both of these perks need to exist in Rogue Company? And I'm going to say no right out of the gate. This is what Perk Peek is all about. Do we realistically need both of these perks, and which one unbalances the game the most? And I'm going to say no, we don't need both of these perks, and I'm going to say that Life Drain completely unbalances the game in a huge way. Whenever you were trying to introduce like a TTK, and whenever you're trying to manage a meta for a game, and you have something in the game that throws a wrench in that, where you are challenging someone that has arguably a better weapon than you and is arguably a better shot than you, but you can continue to challenge that person because their teammate that realistically has no idea what's going on is running around and is an easy down for you, so that you can get a couple of shots on the one target, down the other target, get that HP boost back, and then continue firing on the other target while you're also in the midst of rolling and reloading, or possibly even have replenish baked into your kit. It doesn't feel good, and it creates this false sense of security whenever people are playing Rogue Company, because they play these specific handful of rogues that have access to things like Life Drain and also replenish. And then whenever they have to play a different rogue in like a ranked situation or something, then they realistically don't know how to play. It's like they took all of the knowledge whenever they were playing the game and threw it out the window, because you can't be that aggressive. You can't overextend that much. You can't be that person anymore because you don't have the perks that back you up and allow you to do so. I think that if they replaced Bounce Back on all the rogues that have life drain currently and just slot it into the same position that they currently have it. And I know some rogues have both. They have life drain and they have bounce back. And on those rogues that have both, then just up bounce back to a higher tier and then reorganize their perks. I think that that would make a more balanced playing experience, in my opinion, because yes, you're going to start regenerating health faster, but it doesn't cause that health regeneration to go any faster in other game modes other than Battle Zone, because of, you know, Premier Game Mode and everything. So I think that that would really create this idea and this play style and this like fundamental thing in Rogue Company, where it's like, if you're good, then you can overextend and you may be successful at doing that. But if you're caught off guard, you can't just roll, reload, and then down one of the less experienced enemies on the team to try to get that health proc. You are going to be stuck in no man's land, and you actually have to play it. You actually have to think more whenever you play. You can't just run and gun anymore. You actually have to do some critical thinking and say, am I in a good position? Can I get out of this position? What do I need to do to be successful? And what do I need to do to win? That's kind of where I'm looking at all of these perks from. And I'm also kind of comparing and contrasting them and picking them apart. I don't mind life drain in the game. I know that this is going to come off like I hate life drain. I don't mind life drain, and I normally purchase it for the rogues that have access to it that I'm playing fairly early on in the round if I possibly can. But I do feel like that in a lot of situations, especially with the legendary version and the rogues that have access to the legendary version, it is very much broken. I mean, Glimpse has access to it at a legendary version. Lancer has access to it at a legendary version. Phantom has access to it at a legendary level. Secret has access to it at a legendary level. And I think that's everybody. So those are some very hard hitting, you know, more forgiving rogues just because they have access to this one specific perk. And I don't think that one specific perk in the game should upset the balance of the game as much as it currently does. But that's just where my head's at. I do like bounce back better on paper because I think that it allows you to still be successful at what you do. You just have to be a little bit more cautious and think a little bit more about it. And you see that whenever you go back and you watch some of the recasts of the tournaments that they had, a lot of the rogues that were being prioritized were rogues that had access to legendary bounce back over legendary life drain, because legendary life drain, in a competitive sense, it isn't as good as legendary bounce back because you're still getting crossed. You're still getting shot from multiple angles. So it doesn't matter if you down someone. If you get that down, then you're still going to continue to be taking damage and it's not going to be as helpful. But in 6v6 TDM or in Strikeout or in Sabotage or any of the respawn game modes, then it really feels like it is a game changer in a huge way. But be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think that bounce back should replace all the life drain in the game and a life drain perk should just exit the game fully? Do you think that they should create a new perk to kind of supplement what life drain does in a more balanced way? Or do you think that it's fine as is? Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. Lastly, on Thursdays from 8 until 11 p.m. Central Time, Sundays from 10 a.m. until we get tired, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you're interested and available, please feel free to stop by and say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys.
All friendlies eliminated.
Oh, it's not. Very fucking idiot. Sniper's going up to the top. Oh my god!
You okay? You okay?
I see chivalry is not dead. Requesting aid. Watch your step.
No damage.
How did neither one of those?
No damage.
Does that corner prevent them from getting damage or something? What the fuck is
He's
this?
up on.
Must be. I don't know. Oh, I know.
You see it, right?
Yeah.
He's going right up the middle again. Dude, how do you not learn by now not to do that?
They're hitting the zip.
Assistance
Shit!
Ah, damn,
Immediately?
I heard him.
Fuck that bitch, dude.
You know where
She's
she's
running
at?
over. Here she comes. Here she comes.
All opponents
You got her, hell yeah. Joey's in Tulsa King.
It's not bad. I watched the first episode.
He's like a drug dealer from the mafia or some shit, yeah?
Come on, like that can't be happening every time.
It's from the Yellowstone people.
Yeah.
I can't come over there. You gotta come over here, man. Yeah, you gotta rush over here. Positively shocking.
I think they're going to A.
I got one on me.
Now I owe you one.
Make a play.
They're over here.
We're moving back.
Nice work, team. Checks in the mail.
Dude, I lit her ass up and had enough time to stop shooting, crouch, and start reviving.
Yeah, right.
That's how bad the server was fucked up. God damn, dude. It's almost fucking comical at this point. Hey guys, try ice.